It whispers to you in the dark. It follows you like a shadow, pressing against your chest, making it hard to breathe. It asks questions you don't have answers to. What if you fail? What if you're not good enough? What if everything goes wrong? Fear is relentless. It creeps into your mind when you're lying in bed at night, when the world is quiet and there's nowhere to hide from your thoughts. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you hesitate. And you wonder, should I be afraid of this? But have you ever stopped to ask yourself a different question? What if fear isn't the enemy? What if fear is just proof that you're standing at the edge of something important? 'Cause think about it, when was the last time you felt fear? Real fear. Not the kind that comes from watching a horror movie or walking alone in the dark. The kind that comes when you're about to do something that matters. The kind that shows up when you're chasing something bigger than yourself, starting something new, taking a risk, loving someone with your whole heart, putting yourself out there, speaking your truth, stepping into the unknown. That fear, that's not a warning sign, that's a sign of life. It means you care. It means you're growing. It means you're about to do something that will change you. But here's the thing about fear. It only has power if you listen to it. If you let it make your decisions for you. If you let it stop you from trying. Because fear doesn't care about your happiness. It only cares about keeping you safe. It wants to keep you small, comfortable, hidden, because that's where it thinks you'll be protected. But safe isn't always where you're meant to be. Sometimes, the life you want is on the other side of fear, and you'll never get there if you keep running from it. So the real question isn't, should I be afraid of this? It's, am I willing to let fear decide for me? Are you willing to let it steal your dreams, your chances, your life? Because here's the truth, fear never really goes away. You can wait for the perfect moment. You can wait until you feel ready. But that moment will never come. Because fear will always be there, whispering in your ear, making you doubt yourself. The people you admire, the ones who seem fearless, they feel it too. They just choose not to listen. They feel the fear, and they move anyway. They speak up anyway. They try anyway. They love anyway. They fight anyway, because they know the secret. Fear doesn't mean stop. It means go. It means there's something on the other side worth reaching for. It means there's a version of you waiting, stronger, braver, more alive than you ever imagined. But you'll never meet them if you let fear win. So when it whispers, when it makes your hand shake and your heart race, look it in the eye and take the step anyway. Because you were never meant to live a life ruled by fear. You were meant to live boldly, fully, bravely, and that is something worth fighting for. But you were never meant to live a life ruled by fear. You were meant to live boldly, fully, bravely, and that is something worth fighting for. But here's the part that nobody tells you: choosing courage isn't a one-time thing. It's not a moment where you stand tall, face your fear, and suddenly you're free. It's a battle you will fight every single day, because fear will return. It will find new disguises, new doubts, new ways to creep in and whisper lies in your ear. It will tell you that you're not ready, that you need more time, that you're not the kind of person who does things like this. And if you're not careful, you'll believe it. You'll sit on your dreams for another day, another year, another lifetime, always waiting for the fear to leave. But fear doesn't leave. It waits. And if you let it, it will keep you trapped forever. So what do? How do you move forward when every step feels impossible? You stop waiting. You stop hoping that one day fear will disappear. Instead, you decide right now, in this moment, that fear is coming with you. You let it sit in the passenger seat, but you don't let it drive. You don't let it choose your path. You don't let it make the rules. because fear is only as powerful as you allow it to be. It can shake your hands, but it cannot stop you from writing. It can make your voice tremble, but it cannot keep you from speaking. It can fill your mind with doubts, but it cannot keep you from trying. Fear is not stronger than you. It only wins if you let it. So here's what you do. You take the first step, even when you're scared, even when your heart is pounding, even when you don't feel ready, because you will never feel ready. But that's okay. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision that something matters more than fear. Your dreams matter more. Your future matters more. Your life matters more. So you take the step, and then another, and then another, and one day you look back and realize you were never really afraid of failing. You were afraid of succeeding. Because success means change. It means stepping into the unknown. It means becoming the person you were always meant to be. And that is terrifying, but it's also beautiful. So don't run from it. Don't run from yourself. You are capable of more than you know. And fear is just a test, a question. Will you let this stop you? Or will you finally take the leap? The choice is yours. But you already know the answer, don't you? You've known it for a long time. Because deep down, beneath the fear, beneath the doubt, beneath the heavy weight of what ifs and I'm not sure, there's a part of you that is screaming to be heard. A part of you that is tired of hiding, tired of waiting, tired of playing small just because it's safer. You can feel it, can't you? That fire inside you, the one you've tried to smother, the one you've told yourself isn't real. But it is real, and it will not die. Not as long as you are still breathing. So what now? What do you do with this truth? You act. You act before the doubt swallows you whole again. Because it will try. Oh, it will try. It will tell you to wait just a little longer. It will say, not today. Maybe tomorrow. But you know how that story goes. Tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next month. Next month turns into next year. And suddenly, you're looking back on a life of hesitation, a life of almost, a life of I could have, but I didn't. Do you want that? Do you want to live with the regret of never trying? Or do you want to be the person who looked fear in the eye and said, you don't own me? The person who felt the fear and did it anyway. The person who walked through the fire and came out stronger on the other side. Because make no mistake, there will be fire. There will be pain. There will be moments where you will want to give up, where you will question if this is even worth it. And that's when you will have to make a choice. To run back to safety, or to step forward even when it hurts, even when it feels impossible. Even when every voice in your head is telling you to turn around. Because here's the thing, if you keep going, if you keep pushing, if you refuse to quit, one day you will look around and realize you are no longer afraid. Not because the fear disappeared, but because you outgrew it. Because you became the kind of person who does things despite the fear. The kind of person who refuses to be controlled by doubt. The kind of person who chooses courage over and over again. And that is the moment you become unstoppable. That is the moment you take back your power. So don't wait. Not for the fear to leave. Not for the perfect moment. Not for someone else to tell you that you're ready. Because the truth is, you were always ready. You just had to believe it.